Well, here we are, another brand new series, and Craig has given me an hour to catch whatever I can. And my approach is going to be just pellets, because we're just starting to come out of winter now, and normally on commercials, as you come out of winter, pellet really starts to work. So I've got no maggots, I've just got some fishery micros dampened up, and some of the Sonia Baits Pro Expanders 4s and 6s. And I'm going to just fish 2 lines. I'm going to have a near side line, probably about 5 metres, and a 13 metre line. I've got the same rig set up. It's quite deep. The difference in depth between both lines is probably 6 inches. And I'm going to feed micros on both lines and just fish expander, be it a 4mm or a 6mm on the hook. And hopefully I'll get bites straight away and just catch whatever I can in that hour. And I think that bait will give me the best options to catch the most I can. If I was to fish maggots, I'm thinking it might not be as good or productive for that quick hour. So that's my decision, and that's what I'm going to do. So let's get on with it and see what I can catch. Craig started the timer, so I'm going to kick off a bit of feed on both lines and start my short line first, and hopefully the far line will build up. But I'm only going to feed it a couple of times, I've only got an hour. So let's get on with it. I'm going to put a few micros in on both lines. I'm going to put some micros on my 5 metre line first, because that's the one I'm going to start on. So I'll kick a little bit of bait in there. I'll probably put an egg cup full of micros there. And probably the same on the 13 metre line, but I've just pinched them together so as it pushes them to the bottom a little bit quicker, but they'll probably break up once they get probably halfway down. But I'll just give them a light squeeze just to take them through that first bit a bit quicker. There we go. I always start with a 4mm first, and if I start getting bites then I'll try a 6mm, see if it's more productive. Very important in that depth, once the float's weighted up, so just lift it every probably 40 seconds and just drop it back down. Thinking that there's fish on the bottom looking for food, and just move mine, just make them to take it quicker. Just trying to entice the bite to get a fish quicker than just sitting there waiting. With micros and expanders, you expect, if there's some fish about and feeding, to get a reaction quite quick. So I'll probably give this line 10 minutes, I've only got an hour maximum, and if I don't get a bite, I'll tap some more feed in there and I'll go out on the longer line. Well, that's probably 6-7 minutes. I'm just going to tap a little bit of feed in there. And I'm going to get out on that longer line because I can't wait too much time. But I'll put a little bit more feed in, just in case I go out there and don't get a bite, I can come back. I expected a bite there. I thought I'd get one there straight away, but I obviously haven't, and I can't waste time there, so out on the longer line now. It's not on the top kit deep out there, it's very deep. I'm hoping for a bite straight away, else we're in trouble. Just lowering it in. I just check it, lift it up just so as it don't tangle on the bulk as it goes down. Now let's see if I get a bite out there. I thought that was a touch then straight away, but yeah, there we are, straight away. We're in. Yeah, barbel. And a lovely fish. Absolutely immaculate. Look at that. Pristine condition. Again, just a few micros. Don't want to put too much in. You might start foul looking them. Again, because it's so deep, as you lower the rig in, let the bulk pull down to your flat and then lift it so as you don't tangle going down, because the bulk shot will overtake your hook bait. And just lift it up and then just lower it in gently. Same thing. There we go. Another barbel. Beautiful fish. That's 15 minutes gone. I've had 3 barbel out there. So what I'll do, I'm just going to plunder this out there because I've only got an hour. And still just pop a little bit of feed in every 5 minutes on that inside. And maybe just have a last look down there. Even if I'm catching it there, just see if anything's moved in down there. Because it's easier to catch them short than to catch them long, but I just got to catch what I can in the hour, so I can't spend time on the line, like I'm not getting bites, so I've gone straight here and caught, so I'll plunder this. I think it's all barbel. I think it's another barbel. What lovely fish these are. Look, they're absolutely immaculate. Look, males, beautiful fish. Oh, I've caught him in his little barbel. Caught a barbel in a barbel. Right. A few more micros. All I'll do, I'll just break this down where I'll be fishing short. Just tap a couple in there, so I'm keeping that line fed, keeping it topped up, and then tap the rest out at this 13 metre line. Very important not to put too much in though, because you'll start foul looking in this depth of water. So just keep a little bit going in, even though I'm catching well here. And hopefully it will last for the hour. But like I say, I'll come in on that short line in the last 5 minutes, even if I'm still catching out here, just to have a look. Well, that's 40 minutes gone now, and it's been absolutely solid out there. I've had all barbel and one carp. I'm going to get another couple of fish, and I'll just finish off just one little look short, just to see. I fed it, but obviously no need to go down there. This is another barbel. It's coming in like a barbel, but yeah, it's been absolutely solid out there. Lovely fish. And the carp are moved in. Well, both rigs I'm using are exactly the same, just the depth's different by about 6 inches. I'm fishing power micron 016 to 014 up length. I've got 16 hook on, and I've got 3 number 11, and then I've got a bulk of 8s, and they're both the same. It's just the deeper rig out there, I've brought it a little bit nearer the bulk to the hook, so the further rig in the deep water, it's probably 14 inches from the hook, and whereas with the near side one that's 6 inches shallower, it's a little bit further away. But I only brought the bulk down just to, so it's more positive, because I was getting bites all the time out there, and with a pellet I like the bulk as close as I can to the hook, just for identification of bites. And also when I lift and drop, it's more positive. The hook pattern I'm using is MXC1. Obviously I was using 016, I stepped back to the MCX2, but you can get away with a slightly finer wire hook on 014, that's quite alright. And the float I'm using is one of my MP4s 4B16. It's just over half a gram. You need a little bit of weight because of the depth of water. Another one. Well, my feeding pattern's been very simple. I've got a medium-sized toss pot on, and all I've fed is a few micros each put, and probably every sort of 10 minutes, so probably 3 or 4 times I've fed that short line with a few micros, but I haven't had a look on it from when I first started on it. So you haven't got to really feed a lot. I started on a 4mm Pro Expander, and now I've changed to a 6mm because it was better. Because I was getting barbel, I think they wasn't fussy, but it's definitely been better fishing a bigger expander on the hook. It'd be interesting to see when I have a look short, just to finish up with, if I do get a bite down there. But it seems like the carp are moved in now. Last 3 fish have been carp. To be fair, I couldn't have caught any quicker for this hour, and I was a little bit, I would fish maggot. I think I made the right choice in pellet, as we're just getting a little bit warm. We've just coming out of the colder months now, and it does change to pellet. It's amazing how quick the fish respond to different baits as the temperature changes. That water temperature's picked up just a couple of degrees. It's amazing the effect it has on the fishing. This one don't want to give up. I've just been told I've got about 7-8 minutes left, so I'm gonna, that's been a fisher chuck out there, I'm gonna just have a look on that short line that I haven't fished. I started to have the first, say, 7 minutes on it and I changed, so let's have a look. I've fed it 5 or 6 times. Let's just have a look and see if there's anything there. I'm sure I'd catch a fish there, but we'll see, we'll see. Let's spend the last few minutes just down there. There we are, a bite. Now if I hadn't have fed that line while I was fishing out there, I couldn't say as I'd have got a bite there, because I had fed it and just left it alone. It's produced a fish. Oh, carp. I must have 2 or 3 minutes, maybe chance to catch one more perhaps. One more. So just repeat the process again. A few micros. I haven't got to bother feeding that far line because we're going to stop in a few minutes. One last put down here. Just glad I did set up 2 rigs. I nearly just set up 1 rig just going out in the deeper water, but I'm glad I set up 2. Well, that was lucky. There were actually 2 fish in 2 drops down there. I don't think I would have got them, so I've just topped it up. That's kept them there, or it's kept a little bit bait going, and it's been an attraction to a few fish to move in. Not as quick as out there, because it was instant out there with those barbling and those carp at the end. I think this might be another carp. Yeah, another little carp. Well, I don't think that hour could have gone any better. That was the worst part was the first 5-6 minutes where I started down there and didn't have a bite and knew I had to go out there and have a look early because I've only got an hour. But that couldn't have gone any better. So let's get a bit of gear packed up and we'll see what we've caught. Well, there you go, look at that lot for a short session. Loads of barbel, 4 carp, and with a little bit of bait. So if you've only got a small amount of time, get out, there's fish to be caught. Now let's get these back in the water.